You're not born into this. Oh no, you choose this madness. Maybe you saw a cool documentary. Maybe a buddy egged you on. Or perhaps you just have a peculiar desire to see places where the sun literally never shines. So, you sign up for your first cave diving course. Congratulations, you've just paid a small fortune to voluntarily enter what can only be described as an underwater coffin with really bad feng shui. Your instructor, a figure who seems to derive immense pleasure from your suffering, watches as you try to master buoyancy that feels less like floating and more like wrestling an invisible octopus. You're loaded with so much gear you weigh more than a small donkey, and you're trying to swim through hoops without stirring up silt that could blindfold you in seconds. Think of it as astronaut training, but wetter, darker, and with a much higher chance of bumping your head on a million-year-old rock. Your first few real cave dives are terrifying. You're following a thin, white line, your lifeline, into a passage that's getting progressively tighter. Every breath echoes strangely in your ears. Your primary light cuts a swath through absolute black, but your peripheral vision is screaming, "There are monsters here!" Which, to be fair, could just be your own tank valve looking menacing in the shadows. Forget siblings trying to eat you. Here, it's the environment itself. A wrong fin kick can cause a silt out, reducing visibility to 0. Imagine being in a pitch-black room filled with smoke and someone shouts, "Find the doorknob!" Only the doorknob is a tiny string, and you're running out of air. For the next few years, you're basically an apprentice to the abyss. Your life is a constant cycle of plan the dive the plan. Your pre-dive checklist rivals NASA's. You practice emergency drills until you can do them blindfolded, upside down, while reciting Shakespeare. Because that's how Murphy's Law works in a cave. Lost line, lost buddy, light failure, gas emergency. You've got a procedure for everything, and screwing one up isn't an option. Your diet consists of whatever protein bars you can choke down between dives, and your shelter is a damp wetsuit that never quite dries. You're not completely defenseless, though. You've got training, redundant gear, 2 lights are one light is none, and hopefully, a dive buddy who isn't a complete muppet. You learn to read the cave, to move with a grace that belies the tons of rock trying to remind you how small you are. Think of it as ballet, but choreographed by geologists with a grudge, and if you miss a step, the stage collapses. Your camouflage is being meticulous, your survival instinct is your training. As you gain experience, you're no longer that trembling newbie fumbling with your guideline. You start pushing further, exploring deeper systems. It's like moving out of your parents' basement, except your new house is a labyrinthine series of water-filled cracks in the earth, and the landlord is physics, who is always home. Finding new territory means swimming into passages no human has ever seen before. It's thrilling, sure, but it's also like willingly walking into a trap, hoping you remembered enough breadcrumbs, or in this case, line arrows, to find your way out. Your days are filled with meticulous preparation. Hours are spent checking gear, calculating gas consumption down to the last SI, and discussing contingency plans. A single leaky O-ring can end your dive, or worse. When you actually get in the water, it's a mix of intense concentration and a weird, suspended-in-time serenity. You're here to do one of 3 things. Find a new tunnel, map it, or take photos that'll look boring to everyone except other cave nerds. You're not chasing fish, you're chasing perfection. Every move is slow, controlled, and quiet. You want to stay perfectly flat, squeeze through tight holes, and not stir up even one speck of dust. Basically, it's underwater yoga, inside a rock while wearing 40 kilos of gear. And relationships? Forget mating season. Finding a good cave diving buddy is harder than finding a unicorn. This person literally holds your life in their hands, and you, theirs. It's a bond forged in cold water, shared fear, and the mutual understanding that if one of you messes up, you both might be decorating a cave passage permanently. You've somehow made it past a decade of this. Congratulations! In the world of extreme sports, that's like reaching your 90s with all your original teeth and no major organ failure. But time catches up. Your back hurts more. Your gear feels heavier, and decompression stops feel longer and colder than they used to. You've earned every certification card, every logged dive. But now survival requires even more meticulous planning, a more conservative approach. Then one dive feels off. Not dramatic, just off. Something's different. Maybe it's the current. Maybe it's the cave itself. It doesn't feel right, even though you've been here before. You handle it. You stay calm. You get out. Maybe you laugh it off, or maybe, for the first time ever, you wonder if it's time to stop. And as you dry off and pack up somewhere out there, a new diver is just starting their first cave course, ready to chase the same darkness you just walked away from.